Hi, welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas baking workshops with Boozy Bakers. I've got my little elf here today.
I know.
Do you like hearing that?
That's, it is errands, but
it's good.
I thought, I don't want to be a Rudolph anymore because I was a Rudolph this morning.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
So today, I think we're on day 10 now. It's going really fast.
It is.
What are we making?
We're making a Yule Log.
We are. So hopefully you will have followed, or if you're not making this now, you've got a chance to follow our Swiss roll recipe. I managed to say that. Swiss roll recipe on YouTube. I put the link up.
Did you call it a Swiss roll recipe or did you call it a roulade?
No, I'm pretty sure I said chocolate Swiss roll.
Okay.
But if you can't find chocolate Swiss roll, look for roulade. Just in case. Yeah, so we've got that made up. Now I know that's a bit of a cheat, but we've already got it recorded, so we didn't want to double up. Yep. So I'm passing you chocolate rather than your wine. Have your wine.
Lovely. Right, so do a cheers?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
I'm losing my hat.
Your hat's gone.
Maybe I'll have to be a Rudolph.
So the Swiss roll I've actually filled with some buttercream, just simply for the fact that we're making this in advance. So if you want to make this for Christmas Day, you'll be seeing this a bit later on in the week.
Yeah.
Whereas we can keep ours with buttercream in it, but you can do either. All you need for this is 125 grams of chocolate and 125 grams of double cream. That's it. Now, if you want to cover this, if you really want to cover it in lots, you can just add, but they're even amounts. If you want to do milk chocolate, you can do that. I've gone for dark chocolate.
You know what? If we'd have been doing this like really, really fresh, because we're eating it tonight, mind you probably are anyway, but we could have put black cherries in there.
Oh, yes.
Couldn't we? Like a real sort of black forest Yule Log.
Absolutely. We might have to make another one nearer the time.
I think we will.
So all you need to do to get started is pour your cream. Now, I haven't heated this. I'm just going to cheat and blitz it in the microwave. If you don't have a microwave, you could heat this in a heat-proof bowl over a pan of water so it sits above the water and the steam of the water heats the chocolate and cream in
but don't let
it
get too hot.
No, you never want it to get too hot.
You're just literally melting it. Keep your eye on it.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'll end up with all your cream.
And the same with the microwave.
Yeah.
You just do 30 seconds and give it a stir. And if it needs another 30 seconds, give it another 30. But if it gets too hot, it's going to take ages for it to thicken up to be a spreadable paste that you can put over.
One, isn't it?
I love my dinky jug.
I've never seen that size before. I like it.
Oh, well, I know what to get you for Christmas
I like it. I do have a thing about jugs.
Right. So, I'm quickly going to put that in the microwave, and then we'll come back with some melted mixture that we'll stir together. So we'll see you in a minute. There we are. We are back, and I've just been giving this a stir, and as you can see, it's nicely coming together. Oh, there we go. And that's looking rather delicious already.
It is, isn't it?
I can see a few little buttons that just need to stir through. Oh.
Now, what happens if you haven't got these like fancy buttons like you have?
Just some chocolate.
Okay.
I'm doing well with the tongue twisters, aren't I?
You are.
Chocolate.
Actually, it's quite hard to say.
It is.
Yeah.
I've not had much wine yet, so that's the advantage.
Yes.
But yeah, just any kind of chocolate. Just do chunks of it. So it's got lots of surface area and it's small and it melts quickly.
Would milk chocolate be?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
What about Toblerone?
You can, but it'll be gritty because it's got all the bits in the nougat.
That would be like more.
Well,
like
yeah, you can do that if you want. Any kind of chocolate will work.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys.
That's really glossy as well.
That's really glossy and it's quite thick. So what you might want to do, we'll try it, but what you might want to do is just give it a minute.
And just let it cool.
And let it cool so that it sets a bit more because this will go harder.
Yeah, because you don't want it running over.
No, we don't want a runny log. It will look weird. It won't look like a log.
No.
So I'm just going to put this to one side because we were giving this a lot of thought, weren't we? So with our Swiss roll, you could leave it like that and cover it as just one nice big log. Or you can cut it at an angle and add a little branch. So you've decided that we're going to do that,
well, we're going
haven't
to try. See, when Michelle was little, we used to just do this. And then we used to cover it. and I had one of these little plastic robins, which actually I've still got somewhere.
I think you gave it to me. I think I've got it somewhere.
Yeah, and I used to put this little plastic robin in. I always had a little robin sitting on my Yule log, and I was very proud of this little robin.
I will try and find
Actually,
it for
we should.
you.
Yeah,
I'll try and
because I think
find
we
it
need to
for
put
you.
it on. I can't believe we
Okay.
haven't looked for it already.
Okay, well, I'll look for it in a minute.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is just at one end, I don't want to lose too much of the length of it.
No.
So I'm just going to go from one corner and I'm going to cut a triangle out.
Have you not got to think just before we do
Yeah,
it?
go on then.
Sorry, it's my logical brain again. About the angle that you're going to get.
So
I suppose
whatever
it doesn't
angle,
really matter,
no,
does
it's
it?
just going to be whatever
angle ends up over here.
there.
Yeah.
So because I don't want to lose too
No,
much.
you could make it really shallow. Then that's obviously our testing bit, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's give it a go. So I'm
Okay.
going to cut that down
Yeah.
like
Oh,
so.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah?
Yes, I see.
And then we're going to move this at an angle.
Would
Now-
this not go onto your serving plate now?
Well, so I'm using the board as our serving plate
okay.
because it's flat.
Yes.
Now, if you've got a plate or something with a lip to it and you're struggling to decorate it, I would personally decorate it on a worktop, and then I would get a spatula or something underneath
like a fish
it,
slice,
and then
yeah.
I would move it onto your plate. But you can decorate it straight onto the plate, and then just get a bit of kitchen towel just to mop
Quite
it
nice
size.
on this. And also, actually, there's
It's
kind
rustic.
of meat platter type things. You know, the big oval meat
Yeah,
platters. would be
yeah,
quite
a bit of a
nice.
charger plate.
Yeah. So what are you doing now?
So I'm just adding a bit of that chocolate to the
Yeah.
side. It is a bit runny at the moment. It's not too bad.
No.
But I'm just going to add it to the side just to be like glue.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you can see my rolled up bit there. And then we're going to add it. What do you think? There?
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, that's nice.
Good.
Yeah. I'm happy
Good.
with that. Yeah.
So we are going to have a go at this with a bit warm. I do recommend if it looks too runny, wait.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
we'll do a first amount, and then we can go
That's
back in
really
detail.
quite warm. Yeah. This is when it runs everywhere. Actually, it's not running
It's
too
not that
far.
warm.
Yeah.
Naughty me. Hang on.
Yeah, really naughty you.
I know, but you
Didn't even offer me.
I
You know
know.
what? In my head, when you cut that off, I thought we were going to sweeten up.
It's just wishful thinking.
Oh,
No, we just
dear.
do these nice things,
I
and then we
know.
have to wait.
Oh.
Right. So I'm just using a normal knife, but I'm not using the serrated side. I'm using the flat, smoother side as like a palette knife.
Okay. If you've got a palette knife, you could use
If you've got a palette knife, use a palette knife. Actually, that's not too bad to use.
No.
So, what are you doing?
I'm sorry,
Come on.
I didn't realise I got to do anything.
So, you're just drinking
I'm
wine.
drinking wine with my
So,
elf hat on.
I'm just going to put some here, just an excessive amount on the front here, because I want it to drip down slightly, and I'm going to just use that to cover the front.
Yeah.
That's actually a really quite nice consistency.
It is actually.
And it's so glossy. I mean, if we've got too much, we'll just have to lick the bowl out, won't
That's going to
we?
be awful, isn't it? Did I tell you what important thing I was doing this morning?
What were you doing this morning?
I was commissioned by my head of elves to make Santa a new belt.
Oh, yes, you were. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, very good at
Yes.
fixing Santa's uniform before he
Yes.
goes out.
He's been very kind. He's been doing deliveries for Boozy Bakers, and yes, his belt was.
Well, I think it just he must go through his jackets and belts
Yes.
with all that he does.
I think
so. It's a good
too.
job that we've got a seamstress that can
Yes.
help him.
I'm going the wrong way. Yeah,
Well, I don't think it really matters. I mean, it's.
No, I was going the wrong way with my knife.
Oh, I
was sort of
see.
Scraping it along. Rather
So what you'll find if you
Are we going down this edge?
Yeah, we
as
are.
well?
So
Okay.
I'll show you the edges. I mean, I've done the front one here, and I've got a bit that's come off. So just glue it back on with a
the
bit of
technical
chocolate.
terms
Oh,
that she
I'm so
uses.
technical. Just
Aren't
glue it
you?
back on.
Glue it back on.
Glue it back on.
Like,
It's fine.
Shove it in here and
Yeah.
a dollop of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So just.
Oh,
no, you're fine. Just smooth
no,
it.
It's waterful.
It's not-
No.
If you do find it goes all over your board, it's quite. Scrape off the excess with a spoon or a knife, and then just clean it up with a bit of water on a kitchen towel.
I think
Do you want to change the angle, or
when
are
I
we all right?
when I do this with you, I think I've got some OCD tendencies.
You think?
Like, no, I don't want it going all over the board.
No, we can just tidy it up. It's fine.
Well, that's looking good.
It's looking really good. So do you want some chocolate over your
I
side?
could do with some actually.
Okay, hang on.
Shall we move the board
Yeah,
around?
yeah, no worries. There we go. You have some. Shall I put
I'm surprised the kids aren't here helping with this.
I know. I don't think they've understood what a Yule log is,
No, I don't
because
think
I
so.
can't imagine why they wouldn't want.
I think they think it's like a song, Yuletide, or...
I don't know, but we did
whatever.
offer them to come
We
and help
did.
decorate, and they both kind of looked a bit confused.
Yeah.
More fool them. They don't
Yeah.
get the chefs helping, do they?
No, they don't. Mind you, neither have I, because I thought we're having that bit you were cutting off.
Oh no, you have to wait. So this is actually looking, I don't know how much you can see, but I will give you a close-up in a bit.
It's looking pretty good,
But
actually.
I think it's looking really nice. And this is all just with a normal table knife.
So how long, I know this is a really weird one to ask, and I know that the workshop will be very close to Christmas.
Yeah.
But how long would this keep, do you think, with the
I'd say a good
chocolate
few
on it?
days.
Yeah?
Obviously, if you're putting cream in it, put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
But once it's covered as well, it will act to seal the Yule log.
It just looks lovely.
It does.
I mean, it really does look very decadent. And I've got it in my head that the next one we make, we do black cherries and cream.
Okay, we'll do
I
that.
think that sounds lovely.
Well, you know what? I was thinking about this because there's loads of things. I've got loads of egg yolks at the moment and all sorts that I've got left over, and I'm thinking, and I'm putting all this pressure on myself to make these things before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I think, hang on, we've got after Christmas Day. You know, there's something nice about just nice, sweet smelling curds and things being baked after Christmas. Don't put all the pressure to make it beforehand. Obviously, if you've got the time and you're enjoying it, go ahead. But, you know, you can come back to these recipes straight after Christmas and just treat yourself. And yeah, I think
this is a really nice sort of Boxing Day on the buffet. I don't know what you do on Boxing Day, but we tend to just have a bit of a cold,
everything's just on the table.
All the leftover type stuff and a few salads and things. But this is a nice dessert.
It is.
And it makes a sort of feature of the table.
It does. So before I tidy up the actual board, thank you, just completely escaped my mind. I'm going to use the edge of the knife to just kind of score very lightly.
Oh, I'd have done that with a fork.
Well, you could do it with a fork, but I think it looks more realistic.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right.
With the knife, but you could use a fork and do some swirls in it.
Yeah.
Do some different angles for the branch.
If it was the branch coming, would it? Actually, I'm going to have to look at trees.
What are you thinking? You're actually researching trees.
I know. I'm so logical, aren't I? But I'm just thinking, would it go like that, or would it be at a different angle now?
I don't know. It's my log.
I'm not totally sure that's accurate.
In my world, the logs do this.
Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, that is quite realistic. See,
I think so.
I would have gone with a fork and just gone.
And I think if you got a magazine of an age, that would have been.
What you saying?
I know. I've realised my
what's she
mistake
saying?
there. I've realised my mistake. But I do think possibly you would find that typically, traditionally, a fork has been used. But I think that's more realistic.
Back in the old days.
Back in the old days, with the St Michael's recipe books.
Yes, the collection of St Michael's recipe books. Do you remember them, darling?
I do. Yeah, they were my first recipe book that I used for Cornish pasties. So that is as simple as it is. I am going to quickly get some. Actually, I'm just going to try and finish a sentence. I'm going to use a spoon, and I'm just going to try and scrape away anything really thick, just to give myself an easier time.
Is this to look like leaves on the floor or something?
No.
I thought we were going for realism.
No, well, you can have what you like, but I'm just going to just make sure I've got nothing too humongous in the way. I'm just scraping excess down from the board.
You could have like snow on it, couldn't you?
Well, we're going to put some icing sugar.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry, we're not finished yet.
Yeah.
So bear with me whilst I just clean that up. Okay, right, we've done it. It looks nice.
It does look good. It looks so glossy.
So before I
Would it dry glossy like that, would it?
It will be a little less glossy.
Mind
but
you, it wouldn't be realistic if it was glossy, would it?
No, but if you've tempered your chocolate right and you haven't made it too hot, it should stay glossier. It's when you've overheated the chocolate, then you might lose that.
Okay.
So let me show you. Mr. Boozy Baker, can you just check that they can see everything on screen?
Yeah, you might need to turn it a bit, but yeah. Yeah, that's good.
There you go. So there we go. So to finish this off, I think a little bit of like snow.
Just a smattering.
Just a little bit. So I've put down a tablespoon of icing sugar
okay.
in the ingredients list. I really can't finish a sentence today.
She's been on that all day. All day she has.
So hold it from a height when you do this.
Oh, you're doing your showing
Actually,
off again.
hang on. I'm going to put it in to begin with from here, so I'm not shaking it in.
And it's all over the work surface.
A little bit is, but it's because then it's not falling when you're not ready. So hold it from a height, because if you hold it low down, you end up with almost like round splodges.
That wouldn't be good.
No.
Yeah.
So if you've got to think this is like a cloud.
It's a light smattering.
Yeah, but this is like
it's
a cloud.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just
And everyone's going, oh, it's snow.
exactly.
Snow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You might want to do this actually when your chocolate
It's a bit
cooler and harder.
As is melting.
Because
it's go into slush.
mine might start going into the chocolate.
It is.
It is a little bit.
Oh, you know what? You could put like silver sparkle.
Well, we have got some silver sparkle. We could do that.
Magic dust.
And then I've got a little sprig of holly. Find some with berries if you can as well. And pop that in there to finish it off.
And then if she could find my really, really old plastic robin on the top, perfection.
So I haven't got your robin. I'm really sorry, but I have got some berries now.
Not quite the
So
same.
it's not the same. I know. So I'm gonna just pop those in.
No, they look good actually.
There we go. And then when this is dried, you can put on the icing sugar. I'm going to put a little bit more on just to finish, that you can see it looking pretty. But it will absorb.
Because ours is a bit
whilst
wet.
it's
wait
wet.
till it's a bit
But when
more
it's
set.
set, give it half an hour or so, and you'll be able to put, or just before you serve, put your icing sugar on.
Yes, that's an even better idea actually.
There we go. Oh no, I've put a bit too much on there, but there we go. It's been snowing quite heavily.
Ever so heavily. Yeah, you get that sometimes, don't you?
A big snow flurry.
Yes.
So if you have enjoyed this workshop, along with any of our other Christmas or not so Christmassy workshops, there's plenty on our YouTube channel. Please do subscribe. It means so much to have you subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
And if you would like to support us, all of our workshops are free, but you can leave a donation on www.buymeacoffee.com/boozybakers, and the details are just below. So we'd really appreciate your support, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
We do.
Cheers.
Cheers.